Rising. Welcome to another sunrise session where we talk about all things love, life, and everything else you need to know to help you manifest your dreams into your reality. Today is Monday. It is June 15th. I wanted to say June 29th, but we're not there yet. It's June 15th, and it's the day after, not even a whole day after, but it's the day after we began this new moon in Gemini, which is bringing balance, and six is a number of balance, restoration, harmony, especially when it comes to your love life and your affairs. We know that we are in Mercury retrograde shadow phase. This is what's happening on the 29th. And so I guess that's why it's top of mind and wanted to make itself known. So make sure you slow down, especially if you are an air sign placement, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and or rising, especially on Wednesdays, which are ruled by Mercury, right? Anything that has to do with communication is not going to go as you think it would, as it's supposed to, unless you slow down to make sure you're really hearing what you're hearing and you respond appropriately. This week is a moment for you to just relax. Think about, yes, of course, because with new moons, we plant new seeds. Think about what you want your summer to look like. Think about your plans. If you are a highly intuitive and empath, a mystical person like me, this summer is going to be one of those moments in time where you are meant to be more home. Then you're out and about. There's too much chaos in the air right now. There's too much going on above and below, especially if you are stateside. I guess we're going to go more into that as we go on in the week. But for now, let's start with today's messages and find out what you need to know. It feels like, and this is why they want us to bring out the message for the new moon. Thank you for spending this part of your day, this morning with me, or your afternoon, right? With me, Spirit, and the Soul Tribe. We won't be doing personal readings, but I will be responding to your questions. So whatever comes out during the messages, during the channeling, please feel free to put it down in the chats. We are again broadcasting from both places, so I will be checking the comments in both places. Once we're done with the channeling, we're going to get into today's general message as well as the messages for each sign, which could be for your sun, moon, and or rising. I pray that this message finds everybody that it is supposed to find. And, and any negative energy sent my way, your way, the collective's way, is automatically transmuted into blessings, prosperity, and all the good things. Ashe. New moons are a time to plant seeds. And a lot of you, especially those of you who feel like everything has been falling apart, nothing is going right, things are moving. Here we go again. A little left to center, right? A little left of center, and you feel like throwing in the towel. Don't. Some of you are on the very precipice of your miracle, and you've seen the cartoons, you've seen the memes. We give up far too soon, right? A lot of us give up right before that miracle comes in. This new moon in Gemini is begging you not to. Where you think you've been buried, where you think you've been forgotten, you've actually have been planted. You're going to start to see the first budding of that plant come to life over the summer. But you got to keep showing up. You got to keep doing what you're doing, and you got to keep trusting the process, and knowing that everything is going to work out. It's probably going to work out better than you can imagine. Holy Spirit, what else does the collective need to know about this? Now, I thought I put to the seed. No, these came out. Oh, this whole deck. We're going to leave it like that because this deck is usually in order. But to the C and Y right? With to the sea coming out in the reverse, but it should be upright because we don't read oracles in the reverse. But this confirms there are folks, a lot of folks in the collective that feel like they've forgotten whatever seed they're planted, whatever journey they were on. It's been stopped. It's been halted unless you are the Spurs. Even if you are the Spurs, right? Your journey hasn't been halted. This temporary delay is to let you get your roots grounded, for you to be firmly planted. So when those blessings come in, because they're going to come in, and the and the hate, right? The clowns, right? New levels, new devils. The devils that come with it, you'll be able to handle it. You got to go through this season to be able to manage the season that's coming up for you. What else does the collective need to know, Holy Spirit? What else does the collective? I really appreciate you guys spending these sunrise sessions with us, right? With me and the Holy Spirit and your ancestors, because they always like to stop by and say hello. Don't forget, since it's Monday, we always do the angel numbers for each sign when we do the zodiac messages. Holy Spirit, what else does the collective need to know? Speaking about our angels and guides showing up and being with us, right? Archangel Michael has entered the chat, fighting your battles. Some of you have personally gotten the message with your sessions with me last week, and some of it has even come out in messages I've responded to in the DMs that you don't have to worry about anything. I mean, you could, but you don't have to because your guides, they're already taking care of everything. They just need you to keep doing what you're doing. They'll handle the rest. Keep trusting, keep having faith. They will handle the rest. What else does the collective need to know about today? And then we're going to get a zodiac, not a zodiac, a tarot message. How are you guys doing? And if you're new here, I'm Etta, Mystic Healer, intuitive and spiritual life coach. We're going to get into the divine masculines. Before we even get to this, guys, there's at least one person here that's got some love questions. Holy Spirit, what else does the collective need to know on this Monday? Don't forget that Mondays are ruled by the moon, right? This is a day to really sit and reflect, meditate. So those hidden bits of information that you need comes to you now. So those of you on a love journey, right? This is not the love reading. We usually get into love messages on Wednesdays and Fridays, but as I'm looking across the street at my neighbors starting their day, and Spirit's like, you got to talk about the divine masculines. You got to talk about the divine masculines. We knew in March, April, we got the message that there would be a rise. We would really see masculine energy stepping up, right? Being that the pinnacle of the lover, the protector, the provider. And we see it playing out on the world stage. Right, not just with the Knicks, because you know I'm going to mention the Knicks, right? And how Jalen and Kat treats their feminine counterparts and how they showed up, right? But you're going to see it in other places, other famous people and people who have the limelight are really being that example of what a divine masculine and divine feminine should be like. So if the person that you are thinking of, the person that you are in a relationship with, isn't showing up as someone of integrity, doesn't show you that they put you first, cut it off right then and there. There's no need to get a reading. There's no need to go any further. A person who truly loves you, they're always going to consider your feelings, right? They're always going to want to celebrate their wins with you. A lot of the times when we have these twin flame unions, soulmate unions, and relationships, it's based on, well, I have this and you have that, and let's put it together and we make a whole. Relationships are supposed to be actual partnerships. Two whole people coming together to achieve a collective goal, right? Some of you are so in love with somebody that doesn't even love themselves. This is why they struggle to love you. This is why they struggle to show up in love for you. So that's your sign to let it go. Okay? Okay, back to the regularly scheduled program. We'll start here, right? We have building blocks. So this also gives the energy of asking, well, why did things happen the way that it did? You had to go through that betrayal. You had to lose that job that you were too comfortable with because there's something bigger, better, bolder, more lucrative, more prosperous, more respectful of who you are as a human being that's awaiting you. If they didn't rip the rug from under your feet, you would never move. Don't forget to subscribe and like the live. Some of you have been forced into situations, right? And are being asked to ride the waves. And a lot of times when we hear about being forced, we're like, well, what about my free will? Sometimes the spirits, your angels, your guides, your ancestors kind of have to nudge you a little bit to realize that the path that you're going isn't the path that is going to take you on the journey that you wish. That Six of Pentacles looming right before we get there, going through the waves, riding the ups and downs, like that Kelsey? Is that her name? The woman that's rowing, like row your boat gently down the stream, from Los Angeles to Hawaii. She's like 23, 26 days in, right? Going through the ups and downs of the journey and keep pushing through. She can't just, I mean, maybe she called for help, she could, but she can't just say, you know what, I'm going to stop right now, because then she'll be stranded in the middle of the ocean. A lot of you are being told to not stop right now, or else you will be stranded where you are standing. And your guides, your angels do not want that for you, especially since they know that things are about to come back into balance. You are about to receive those blessings. Some of you who have been applying for this job and that job and either not finding adequate work or nobody's getting back to you at all. It's because you're supposed to be doing something in social media. Oh, Edit is oversaturated. There's a million people doing this. And you know what I'm going to say to that? There's a million people doing everything, but there's only one you. And the world needs, just like the world needed Brunson and the world needed Cat, right? Call Anthony Towns, and the world needed Wemby, right? We need you to do what you do to keep the entire program going, to align with the shift that is happening. There's a huge shift underway, by the way. You've heard of other people talk about the generational um wealth transfer, right? That's going on and how things are shifting. It's happening. There's a lot trying to prevent it from happening, but it's happening. This is why there's been this battle cry for everyone, good, bad, and otherwise, to keep doing what you're doing because we need both sides to get to where we're going. Have that belief like you were a child, right? On Christmas Eve, right? Or when you asked your parents for something, right? For those of you who had that type of relationship, and they were able to give it to you, right? Having that childlike innocence of just going for things without thinking about, oh, what if they laugh at me? What if, what are my neighbors are gonna say? What are my family? Don't worry about it. And this also reminds me of that picture of the little girl who's crying because Jesus took her bear away. And we see Jesus holding the little bear with one hand, and he has this humongous bear behind his back. A lot of you don't realize that what was lost and what you need to know, what was lost is had to go to make space for what is to come. Had to go so you can receive that answered prayer. I don't like this community in reverse. Ooh, okay. This is a confirmation for someone that's been seeing the daily postings about a masculine who was too tied up and listening to the peanut gallery, right? Listening to their friends, to their karmics, right? And they feel stuck. They feel stuck because they realize from who asked for a personal reading? They realize that listening to their friends, their so-called friends, put them in the position that they are with you. And some of you have closed that door completely, and this person is shattered because they know had they not listened to the peanut gallery, had they not tried to be the person that they used to be rather than the person you were inspiring them to be, they wouldn't be in the position that they are in now. And it feels like this is someone who either lost it all or is about to lose it all. You keep doing what you're doing, especially if you are a Cancer or a Taurus. Understand that a lot of our friends, our family members, our coworkers, right? They're meant to antagonize us. They're meant to be that thorn in our ass to really help us realize who we are, right? Some of you, your first op was your mother, right? And she helped you, albeit in a narcissistic way, to become the person you're meant to be, right? I'm going to be making Nick's references throughout this whole thing, right? Wemby needed Brunson just as much as Brunson needed Wemby. There were life lessons learned, and the same thing is playing out in your stage. Whoever you had to walk away from, whatever you had to do, especially with this person who's in deep regret, don't look back because they have to. And we picked up on this last week. They have to face the repercussions of their actions because anytime we're getting advice, be it from friends, family, our therapist, our spiritual advisor, they can tell us anything, but it's up to us to look at the information and be like, you know what? Intuition, I'm going to go with this. I'm not going to go with this. But your person, it feels like whatever was said, they took it as like a Bible truth. Like it was the absolute truth without even thinking about it. And they have put themselves in a really bad position. Let them stay there. They have to face the repercussions of their action because this is a lifelong thing. Their friends have been playing them like Pinocchio, I'm seeing, right? With the puppet and the strings. And this is what it took for them to finally cut their strings and show the world that they're a real boy. They're a real man. They're a real woman. So let them go through that process. This is going to be a summer of learning where they went wrong and rebuilding their life. And that is a them thing, not a you thing. Anything that you've been called to do besides them, go ahead and do it. Meet someone new, go ahead and date them. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy this life, right? Do not look back on them. If they're meant to be with you on the next leg of your journey, they will catch up. I promise you, they will catch up. You are reminded, my twin flames, my soulmates, my kingdom spouses. Nobody can love you if they do not love themselves. Write that down somewhere so you always remember that. Okay? Okay. Next, we have truth be told. Why is this turning into a love reading? Why is this turning into a. Oh, gosh. Okay. They're going to come and tell you their truth. It's up to you whether or not you want to hear them out and give them an opportunity, right? You can forgive them because the forgiveness is not even for them, it's for you to cut that cord of attachment, right? But they're really reminding you to let go. All this wave energy, all this beach energy. Keep your eyes focused in the direction that you want to go. Keep your eyes, your energy aligned with the vision of love you created for yourself. So the universe, your guides can bring it to you. And if you haven't created your vision of love, make it clear, what do you want love to show? How do you want love to show up for you? Some of you, it's going to be a bitter pill to swallow to let go of that person, to let go of that someone, because there's so many cords of attachment that string you guys together. But if you truly want that happiness, if you truly want to reap the benefits of the blessings that are coming in, we have these huge portals that opened up over the weekend, and it's a grab for all, right? It is this comic spark, this burst of energy where you could just take a nibble, a little, and manifest a lot. Now you can stay stuck worrying about um getting someone back and working it out with somebody, or you can open the doors to let it flow and allow somebody to come into your life where everything just falls into place auto magically. And you're going to think it's too good to be true. And you're going to put yourself in the position like you're waiting for the other shoe to drop because things like that never happened to you. If you say that, then of course, that's exactly what's going to happen to you. Work in this moment before that dream becomes your reality. Work on calming your nervous system. Work on that negative self talk about you don't deserve this or you don't deserve that, where you were born to deserve every good thing this world has to offer and then some. That's something else you should write down somewhere to remind yourself. You deserve everything that you've been dreaming of, and then some. It's not too much. And you guys know from the messages we got last month that some of you are actually asking for too little. You deserve the world. You deserve the galaxy and every good thing in it. Don't cheat yourself out of a good life because your heart is keeping you stuck on someone because that's not your heart, that's your ego. Because your heart, your intuition, your higher self always wants the ultimate best for you. Remember that. And stop cheating yourself, okay? Okay. Whatever happened had to happen, right? And we're back to why. Whatever happened had to happen. Exactly how it happened. Make peace with those arguments, make peace with those people that betrayed you. Betrayal can be a blessing. Betrayal oftentimes is a blessing. They had to do what they did for you to become who you are. Some of you keep replaying the scene over and over and over again, the hurt over and over and over again, and it's keeping you stuck in a very toxic cycle that is self inflicted at this time. Stop it, let it go. So, the blessings, the good things with this Knight of Cups, the universe wants to come rushing in with all those answered prayers and wish fulfillment. But you're like, but I have to know, and I have to know. Okay, they had to betray you. Now what? What else do you want to know? But why couldn't they do this? And why did it have to be? Because this is how it was written in your soul script. If we visit the Akashic records, this is exactly how it was supposed to go down. Why are you fighting the inevitable ending? Fighting this ending is preventing that beginning that the universe is conspiring to bring in for you. Release what you need to release, let go of who you need to let go of, and start preparing right now with this new moon in Gemini. You've been put on notice. Start preparing to receive the blessings, the good things, those prayers being answered because it's about to happen. We know this new moon and the next two new moons are going to bring you that change, that transformation, that prosperity, that love, but it requires you to let go, right? You can't receive if your hands are like this. And a lot of you are like, well, I want this. And here's my favorite. I am prosperous, right? I am loved. Baby, you gotta, first of all, why are your hands so tense? Right? You gotta open them up like this to receive. Relax your wrists, relax your soul, and be open to the possibilities on how love, life, and everything else is going to show up for you because, baby, what else is going on this week? We see as the new moon in Gemini, the summer solstice, where the sun reaches the highest peak in the northern hemisphere at this time, right? A good moment to remember your fire. Remember your fire. If you read the Patreon newsletter, it talks about, right, the how Regulus, right, that star that's in the Leo constellation. I couldn't get that word out, right? Getting down to the heart of the matter, showing up with the heart of a lion, doing what you know needs to be done to manifest those dreams, those beautiful, beautiful dreams that you have into your reality because it's happening. This is what this week is about. Anything that you have to let go of, anything else that you need to bury, bury it and bury it quickly, quickly because the solstice is in a week. It's on the 21st, right? You know how these summer weeks go by very, very quickly. These changes are going to happen very, very quickly. These wins are going to happen very, very quickly. For those of you who are prepared to receive it, do not throw in the towel too soon. Do not give up on that dream, that wish, that hope, because it's about to happen. Oh, Etta, you say that all the time. When are you going to start believing it? You will hear it from me, from other people, all the time, constantly. Some days more than others until it becomes as effortless as breathing. You truly believe it, mind, body, and soul. You believe it so much you don't even have to think about it. Everything you do is aligned with having that wish fulfilled. If you're just joining us, we just did the collective. And if you missed any part of it, no worries. As soon as this goes off, you can watch it on YouTube, right? Because it will be available. We're going to get into the zodiac messages as well as your angel number for the week and what else your specific sun, moon, and or rising sign needs to know about this week. So a lot of you will be getting multiple messages about what to expect for this week. The biggest thing is prepare to receive what you wish for. And you gotta believe. Above all things, you have to believe with every fiber of your soul, every fiber of your being, right? If the Knicks gave up those last few minutes, right, of the fourth, it would have been a different story. But they didn't. And you are being called not to either. Because history has shown us it's right when you're about to give in that miracle happens. Persevere, beautiful soul, regardless of what happened, regardless of what was lost. And know that better days are literally, they're not even right around the corner. They're at the corner, waiting, waiting for that red light to turn green. The timing all depends on you. Don't forget to like and, of course, subscribe. Holy Spirit, what are the angel numbers for my beautiful, beautiful viewers who are watching now and the ones who will watch this on the replay? And I will get to everyone's comments. If you'd like a personal reading, just head over to Dream 711, right? Those of you who ordered readings since Thursday, there's a bunch of you that I need to get back to. Those will be going out today. They've all been recorded already. I just need to send them out to you guys. Holy Spirit, what do the signs need to know? Give us clear messages to help everyone start their week in a way that brings them closer to the wish fulfillment that they seek. And since it's Gemini season, happy birthday, Geminis. We're going to start with Gemini, Sun, Moon, and or Rising with that Eight of Baskets, which is the Eight of Cups, is your confirmation to walk away from the people, places, and things that do not serve your highest and your greatest good. When we see this version of the Eight of Cups, the Eight of Baskets, we see that she's leaving her luggage behind. She doesn't even have her handbag or shoes and has no cares in the world. You're being called to leave it all behind. Anything that's heavy to your soul, anything that's heavy to your mind, Hand it over to your ancestors. Hand it over to your guides. Hand it over to the Most High. This energy brings you closer with destiny. This is the year of destiny, by the way. Being in this energy, willing to let it go, and getting there by any means necessary brings you closer to your dream that much quicker. Your angel number is 7788. Good change and change, prosperity, and abundance. Do you feel that some parts of your life, such as a job or relationship, are coming to an end? This confirms that your feeling is correct. The end may mean a major positive change in your situation. It always does. The sequence of numbers heralds good news and upcoming positive change. Please persevere because your life is about to become a lot easier. And Gemini, Gem, I feel like we've gotten that a ton of times for you. Cancer, you're almost up. Your birthday season is almost here. It comes in with the summer solstice. Cancer. Ooh, with the Son of Baskets now. The Son of Baskets is like the Knight of Cups. But in this rendition, it's giving the energy of balance being restored, not just to the relationship you have with lovers, partners, but the relationship you have with yourself. First and foremost, this week is about tending to your needs, making sure, going back to the collective message, your vision of love is super duper clear, and you're doing everything aligned with that. If you want a lover that spoils you and takes care of you and shows up for you, make sure you're doing that for yourself and you're not entertaining jokers that text you, hey, big head, at 2 a.m. Okay? Okay. And that is for somebody in particular. No, no shade, no judgment. Just do better with aligning with your actual vision of love because it exists. You don't have to discount it to make anybody fit. Ooh, you don't have to discount it so that folks can afford it. Mm-mm. The love that's coming in is going to come in and teach you some things. They're going to sweep you up off your feet and make you want for nothing, but you have to show up in that energy by what you do, what you say, and what you entertain. Your angel number for this week is 5500. Self improvement. Pay attention, right? Especially to your actions, making sure they're aligned with the direction that you want to go. Respond, support, and guard. This important message is to let you know that the transformation of your life is in divine and perfect order. These transformations are a gift to your higher self coming from God and in harmony with the will of the Most High. Keep doing what you're doing, keep trusting the process, and know that as long as you keep showing up, your guys will keep showing up. Leo, sun, moon, and or rising with the world card. Now, the world brings endings, and we know that endings bring beginnings. But Leo, especially with Regulus and these aspects that's happening in your constellation this week, it's a moment to reaffirm what you are, who you are, and what you want. You are also being called to make sure that your actions align with your words. Keep doing what you're doing, keep showing up, and the universe will show out for you. Your angel number is 333. Ew. Luck arrives. Lucky, healthy, kind. Go ahead and get that lucky girl oil or the lucky girl spray, right? Add it to your day. The angels are approaching you every time you see this number. It's a reminder to make sure your thoughts and actions are aligned with your vision that you're manifesting, right? With what you're creating for your world, for yourself, right? But it's also a reminder that the angels are approaching you to let you know that you have their assistance. So don't hesitate to call out to them, to reach out to them. Love and company. Call upon the angels frequently, especially when you see the number three around you. It indicates that some important archangels are approaching you, and they are approaching you because they have a message for you. Virgo, sun, moon, and or rising with this four of baskets, which is the four of cups, is that stubborn energy, but it's also the energy of being asked, dearest Virgos, to take a hard look in the mirror and making sure you're showing up for you first. It feels like you're still in the energy of doing everything for everybody, but you have to start doing hmm, things to put yourself first, because that's the only way you're going to get to that win that you seek. Your angel number for this week is 8899. New beginnings, change and confident and powerful, yearning for beauty, attention. Some important stages in your life are about to end, and other events that follow will also end like a domino effect. This sequence of numbers represent that you are experiencing a series of events in which many parts of your life will slow down and are about to stop. Let it. However, there is no need to worry because these changes are necessary for you so that a new series of things and situations can begin. Like what was said in the collective, right? Things have to end, chapters have to close for new ones to begin. Libra, hey Libra, sun, moon, and or rising with the magician, a reminder that you are the alchemist, that you have the ability within you to turn silver into gold, to turn what's meant for your harm into something that's meant for your good. Transmute that. You know what I was about to say. Step into your power while you're riding the waves and remembering all the lessons you've learned so far along the journey, right? Now is the time for you to fully step into your power and show the world who you are as well as whose you are. Your angel number is 555. Right? I have to giggle at that because it literally tells you to ride the waves. Change, confidence, positive, powerful. Fasten your seatbelt. Buckle up, Buttercup, because you are about to undergo a major change. This change should not be regarded as positive or negative because all changes are part of the natural flow of life. Perhaps this change is in response to your prayer, so continue to visualize and feel yourself at peace. You know, when we go to the beach, what makes it so calming and why a lot of us are attracted to the beach is not because we are a water sign or descendants from ancestors that came from Atlantis. Is because the negative ions that the salt water emits naturally calms us down. So spend some time by the water, right? If you can, by the coastline when it's safe, right? Meditate. See how far you've come and where you're about to go. Continue to ride the waves, dearest Libra. Scorpio, sun, moon, and or rising with the daughter of coins, which is like the princess of pentacles, not quite the queen of pentacles. This card hasn't come out, Scorpio, but with this white horse, is definitely aligned with all the predictions that was made for the year of the horse. We knew that this was going to be a year of sudden shifts, sudden changes that bring you as an individual as well as the collective to a higher state of being, to a more, dare I say, utopian state of being. Keep going, Scorpio. Keep showing up. Rest when you need to rest, but do not turn back because you, my dear, are almost there. Your angel number is 1155. Self reflection, change, clarity, confidence. Your thoughts create changes in your life, so make sure they are aligned in the direction you want to go. Keep directing your thoughts towards what you want. If you see the coming changes is not what you want, you can stop it in changing by correcting your thoughts. Sagittarius, sun, moon, and or rising with the daughter of knives, which is like the princess of swords, right? Not quite the queen. You're going to have to fight a little longer, a little harder, a little stronger. That message about the voodoo doll might be about you, right? Keep going. What is behind you, what is in you, what is protecting you is stronger, way stronger than anything or anyone that could ever come against you. Even if they all teamed up together, what is behind you, what is with you, what is within you is much, 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 much stronger. Write that down somewhere. Your angel number for this week is 3366. God helps good people, and sad, you are a good person. Beautiful satisfaction, protection, focus, kindness. Those are your key words for this week, by the way. Your angels are helping you to manifest the materials needed to fulfill your divine life mission. Whether it's tuition fees or channels for teaching or therapeutic work, the angels are assisting in bringing it to you. They want you to know that you deserve this help, which will enable you to give more to others, because that's what it's all about at the end of the day, right? Capricorn, sun, moon, and or rising with the hanged man. This is Pisces energy, right? Looking at things from a different perspective, especially with everything you've learned over the past couple of weeks about the people that surround you, and most importantly, about yourself. Don't rush the process, right? Rebecca's healing journey was a lot different than Esther's healing journey. This is not a race. Everybody's in their own lane. Don't look left, don't look right, because if you do, you're going to swerve and get taken off of your path. Use this moment where you've been sat, you've been made to slow down, right? Or stop altogether to reflect on everything you've learned, how far you've come, and where you're being guided next. Do not lose heart. Do not lose hope, knowing that the angels are fully surrounding you, supporting you, uplifting you, and are going to do their very best to help you maintain the balance act that you call life. Your angel number is 444. Goodness, of course, with Capricorn, my throat. Again, fearless, change, strength, love. The angels are surrounding you, reassuring you of their love and assistance. So don't you worry your pretty little head, right? Because the angels are by your side to help. Aquarius, sun, moon, and or Aquarius. Because Aquarius, right? With the star sign, which represents Aquarius. This is your confirmation that you are going to start to see the first morning light, right? The first dawning light of wish fulfillment coming in for you. Keep going, keep trusting the process, knowing that you are fully supported by your guides. Just dance, just sing, just throw your worries to the wind, because every little thing is gonna be all right. Your angel number is 1144. May all your wishes come true. Aquarius, there is definitely a wish fulfillment coming in for you this week. Little or small, this is just the beginning. As long as you keep trusting the process and showing up as that darling that you are, everything else, one by one, sometimes two by two, will fall into place for you. Prayer, maintenance, and stay in your calm. Everyone always, right? Stay in your calm. The angels suggest that you look at your thoughts now. They suggest that you make a wish. Go ahead. Make a wish right now. Take 5 seconds and make a wish. Five, four, three, two, one. Boom. They suggest that you make this wish, right? So, because you are at the interest that can make thoughts become true at the flip of a dime. Do you know that dimes have 118 ridges? 118, 811, because that number comes up a lot. Just throwing that out there, right? Ask the angels what you need at this moment and do not be surprised if that wish becomes reality in the blink of an eye or in a New York minute. Pisces, sun, moon, and or rising. Okay. Ooh. We said that Sag may be the one that was under attack with the message that came out yesterday about the voodoo doll. It might be a Pisces that you're dealing with, right? We have energy of a Pisces that's gone rogue, that's let misinformation get the best of them. That's for somebody in particular. The spiritual mess, the magic mess they're getting themselves into with this high priestess is none of your business. If you know somebody's doing spiritual work, we're not doing return to senders this week. We're sending hellfire, right? We're sending the fire of the Holy Spirit. We're doing that to destroy. We're stopping the madness now. That wasn't said in the collective, but it's being said now. This is not a week for return to senders. Warding your name, yes. Returning to sender, no. Destroying it, yes. Ending those chapters, yes. And however, once you, especially if you're an Aquarius, right? If you say, I want so and so to stop, and your ancestors take full hold of it, however it shows up is however it shows up. That has nothing to do with you. Other Pisces are being called to really, really trust their own intuition, trust their own judgment above and beyond what everybody around them is saying and doing and wanting them to do, right? This is going back to the energy of the puppet strings being cut off. You have to fight for your freedom, and it starts with your mind and what you think of yourself. Trust your intuition and where it's guiding you, because once you remember your magic, once you remember your mental abilities, right? What is her name? Dion Fortune? Something like that. She was a mentalist, a psychic from Europe in the 40s. Look into her and her journey because that will help you along your journey. This is a moment for you to be with self. Your angel number is 3300. God-given responsibility. So a lot of the times what I see with people who are heavy under heavy persecution, who are surrounded by the peanut gallery, or people who like to manipulate their will, is because they have a very high supreme purpose to serve on earth. And with that high supreme purpose comes a lot of power, a lot of untapped power that they don't even know that they have, but these people that manipulate them know that they have, and they know how to extract that energy out of them because it's a lot easier than you think. And oftentimes, you don't even need a candle to do it, right? As long as you could be in somebody's presence and get into their mind, you get their body, you get their everything. And it feels like Pisces Sag placements. It's either you or you're dealing with somebody in that energy who is being guided to free themselves so they can finally walk in their God given mission. God and the angels are trying to get your attention. Hello, especially those of you who are still stuck with the friends that have been siphoning your energy for the longest time. It is very likely something related to your divine purpose. Is there some guidance that you have been ignoring lately, especially the ones that's coming from your own intuition because it conflicts with everything your mother told you? Hmm, we could get into that, right? That's a whole nother video. If so, you may feel stuck right now, right? In hangman energy. This means Listening to and following your divine guidance and taking relevant actions, regardless who has what to say about it, even if it is your mother or your father or somebody that you have a lot of respect for and thought that they were leading you in the right direction. Newsflash, they weren't. Aries, sun, moon, and or rising. Three of knives, which is the three of swords. It's the card of disappointment. But this week is asking you to really look at the things that bring you sadness, the things that you are disappointed by, and see that they had to happen that way for you to be where you are. Do not let the sadness bog you down, right? Weigh you down because it's going to prevent you from seeing all the good things that are on their way to you. With the angel number 111, right? Our favorite, right? Coming out for you, dearest Aries. Stick to your beliefs. Rise, wealth, wisdom, power. Right? Some of you are the elder, right? You are the wise person that everybody comes to for advice. You are the one that help people and they wind up doing better than you. And you're like, wait a minute, how did that happen? It's supposed to happen that way to test your heart, to test your integrity. You've been tested and tried. You are especially being reminded that just because it looks like nothing is happening doesn't mean that nothing is happening. Everything is happening. And those wish fulfillments, those answered prayers are about to arrive on your doorstep. Do not give up hope. Every time you see 111 or 1111, confirm all the good things are coming to you. Stand in your I am and know, regardless of what it's been, this is not the end of your story. This is the end of a chapter. Yes. But this new moon in Gemini is bringing you a lot of wish fulfillment, especially when it comes to your finances. Look carefully at your thoughts and ensure you only think about what you want. The sequence is a sign that the door of opportunity has opened and your thoughts will be realized at record speed. The numbers are like the bright light of a light bulb. If you have difficulty controlling or monitoring your thoughts, you can ask your angels to assist you. Okay? Okay. Last but not least, Taurus. Sun, moon, and all rising with the Father of Knives, which is the King of Swords. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Straightforward. Whoever you cut off, let them go. Because you need that step to build the future that you want to build. In order to manifest those dreams, you have to burn some bridges. Let it burn and do not look back. Your angel number is 2299. A stunning reversal. Confidence, divine guardianship, transformation, and strength. If you recently faced the loss or many losses, right? Job loss, etc., expected to be replaced shortly, and you doubt whether God has forgotten you, no need to worry. So Taurus is the worry wart of the crew, right? Feel the energy of your life right now is forward going. You didn't have recent losses because you were being punished, but the universe is preparing new things, brand new things, shiny new things for you. Those are the messages for the collective. Ashe. Let's get into these comments. See what you guys are chit chatting about on my left first. Hi, Miss Nicole. The Knicks did work the hard, like they really pushed through those last 2 minutes. You saw the determination in Brunson's eyes, and not because he's a Nick, but that Brunson is the epitome of a divine masculine being able to cry, being able to show his feelings, right? The love that he was surrounded by his father. Oh, that was beautiful, right? This is someone who's always reaching for his family. It's not on him, it's in him. I'm very, very proud of the Knicks. It healed, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be talking about this for the rest of my life because I've been a Knicks fan since Ewing and Starks, since I was wee little. So this moment definitely healed a part of my inner child. And I love, love, love watching the local newscasters talk about it, and they're using like words like magical and it was fated and this is destiny, and it's like this is confirmation that as a collective, and it's more than just a game. If you read the Patreon, we talk about egregores, and the Knicks are both a team and an egregore. That's another story for another day. But the way everybody is receiving this shows that as a collective, we're pretty much right now, as it stands, moving in the right direction. We just need to keep going in that direction. Don't look left, don't look right, keep going. And it's the 80s, the late 80s, early 90s, the late 80s babies and beyond, right? We know this. We you guys have heard, well, if this is your first time, hearing about this, here it goes. A lot of masculines can't be masculines because that was robbed from them as a child, especially if they were born mid 1980 or earlier. By the time the 90s rolled around, as a collective, we really got better at paying attention to a child's mental health and those formative years, and making sure as adults, as caregivers, that we provide for them so that they grow up in whatever healthy home that we can give them at that time. And by the 2000s, the majority of the collective is on a mission of really tending to not only the mental health of children, but each other. Our relationship style, right, is formed with that caregiver relationship, right? That first caregiver relationship that we have. So a lot of people, goes back to the collective, right, that can't love you because they don't love themselves. This goes back to their childhood. Even if they say that they love you, until they heal that part of them that felt unworthy of love, that felt that they had to be quiet so they wouldn't get, until they would do that work, they could never show up in love for you. And it goes a lot deeper than that. We've done whole lives and sessions about that alone. This is why you were told at the beginning of the messages that if they're not at least considering you, cross them off next. Use this moment to heal and get past. And those boys, w- you can tell Brunson, Cat, OG, right? All of them, right? Alvarez. When you see them playing with each other, first of all, any sport, the team needs to have great synergy, right, in order to bring great results. But when you see them after the game and playing with each other and the way they tease Brunson, that brotherly love, that openly brotherly love, that's not just you. I don't want to say you're born with that. That's formed in childhood. You can't really teach somebody that in the way that it showed up. It could get close, right? Because they're pretty much at least a couple of years older than Wemby, and we see how Wemby handled things. So we got a good look of the divine masculines and the divine masculine in the making. It's like poetry in motion. Let me get through the Luz. I have to get back to you. I have to, like, I haven't even, like, I know I said I was gonna get back to you next week, last week, but I'm gonna, after the live, you are my first order of business. It is in my notes. Last End of last week, I had a little snafu, but I'm back. I was just saying how Town's fiance was there with her orange bag, which he calls his good luck bag. He calls her bag his good luck bag. I can't. I can't. I can't. Okay, I got through this side. It really did. Between how Mom Donnie is running things and this Knicks win and New York being Babylon, we're on the precipice of a power shift that we haven't seen in centuries. That's all I'm going to say, right? My OGs, we could talk about it separately, but we are on a huge collective power shift. Hi, Margie. Hi, Ebony Angel. How are you? Hi, Creative. That hits home to me. I've been reading so many books on how to talk to kids and support them. Thank you. Right? Thank you. I used to think my life work was in counseling, right? Especially counseling children. And then I got thrown into counseling adults, and then I'm here now. So the children will always be very near and dear to me, right? Not only do I have the spiritual proof on how and why it is important to make sure we are good caregivers, but I also have the scientific proof from all the work that's been done, all the studies that have been done, right? The way we talk to children and how we build them up in those formative years are so important. So creative. Thank you, oodles and oodles and oodles, for showing up and doing your part. I love you. Hi, Lila. How are you? Bel Pose. How are you? I want to say, because I'm seeing it in my head. Her first initial is D, last name is Fortune, right? Is her pseudonym. I'm sure if you put D Fortune Psychic 40s, she'll come up because she was the only one. Thank you for the follows. First guy I dated was not properly respectful. Next man, amazing. So effective. See, it happens. Hi, Rebecca. We're gonna go just call it happy early birthday. Happy early birthday. What do you have planned? Hi, Malu. Hi, Nashaya. I'm glad you stopped by. Thank you, Ebony Angel. I was thinking about doing my white bat. Today is a good day to do it, Tuesday or Thursday. Right. It depends on who you want to work with, right? When petitioning for your intention. Message me. Good gosh, Sonny. Spamming the comments means you already know the answer. Hi, Cofito. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. A lot of you, when you come for readings, you already know the answer. You just need to hear it out loud and maybe get some courage, motivation to do the hard part. Do the hard part before it gets dangerous. Hi, Dorsey. We're early. Hi, Georgia girl. How are you? How are you? How are you? Thank you, thank you, thank you, everyone. Miss Nicole, you spoil me. I love you, oodles and oodles and oodles. At the end of my tether this week, I am an earth sign already grounded, but now getting to that stage. Keep pushing through, Jane. Keep pushing through. Are you doing yes or no's? I've been thinking about that. Maybe on Wednesday, because Wednesdays are ruled by Mercury, and that's a day of communication. We'll do yes or no's because we have a whole deck that handles that. Before we wrap up the live, any questions, thoughts, feelings you want to share with the collective about anything that came out on the live? No personal questions. Head over to Dream 711 for that. Thank you, Mel. Have you seen the show called The Crowed Room? Uh-oh. What is it about? I'm on a dark energy fast this week because how many people are from NYC, Long Island on the live? Let me know. How many people saw that storm that we had Friday evening, right? And the larger than life neon, this rainbow was so vibrant. I have to look through my pictures to see when's the last time I saw a rainbow this vibrant. but the double rainbow was so, so vibrant. And that's when we knew Nixon 5. And yes, Mr. Call, the power of the year. And as we're going through the year, it's just getting more and more and more powerful. Sometimes they can't love you because they don't know how it is to be loved. This is true. This is true. And it's not their fault. Right? We don't know how they were raised. We don't know when was that moment that closed their heart, right? That experience they had with a caregiver, right? Or someone the caregiver allowed access to them. We don't know. I'm going to check it out, creative. That being said, it's Monday. Have an amazing day. Have an amazing week. Know that by your thoughts and your actions, you manifest your reality. If you don't like what you're seeing right now, change your thoughts. Change how you show up, and life will change how it shows up for you. You are reminded that everything you are experiencing right now in this moment is based on the thoughts and feelings you had yesterday, a week ago, a month ago. Yes, we have the antagonists and the people doing their bippity boppity boo behind the scenes. We have a lot of that in this. mm, Whenever we have new moons and we're like, oh yeah, this is great for this, and affirmations and plant seeds, the dark side is also channeling that energy, tapping into that energy to achieve their means, right? It's always going to be until the dynamics change, right? This good versus evil dynamic, right? You keep showing up, you keep doing what you're supposed to be doing, and no, 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 with all of your heart, all of your mind, all of your soul, that you have an entire spirit team, right? Of ancestors, spirit guides, angels, and the Most High that want nothing more than to see you wake up every morning with a heart filled with love and contentment because you want for absolute nothing. Just make sure when you get to that point, not even when you get to that point, as you get to that point, you remember your blessings and become a blessing to somebody else in a small way or a big way. You got to keep the energy flowing. If you think you're going to get that $1 million and you're going to hoard it, it's going to be gone just as quickly as it came. If you think you're going to marry that man and keep him from his family, he's going to be gone just as quickly as he came. You got to let things flow, just like the ocean, right? Just like the ocean ebbs and flows to keep everything going in motion. Okay? Okay. I delivered 3 babies, ooh, in the last 4 hours. It's been a long, long morning. That is a very long morning. That is a very, very long morning. Do not forget to rest. Dearest Atma, make time to rest when you can and recharge. Okay? Okay. Stay blessed. Ashe.